far as I'm concerned, if we want to defeat what it is that makes ISIS, Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, so attractive, and Al-Qaeda and all these other groups so attractive, we will not be able to do that without learning something about the life and legacy of Muhammad, the founder of Islam. About part of that legacy is the Quran. What is it that he says was revealed to me, and how does that operate in the day-to-day lives of people?
Yeah.
The leadership, the Saudi Arabian government spent billions of dollars spreading part of that legacy across the entire world. That is an activity, that's da'wah. That's an activity to Islamize non-Islamic societies and to strengthen Islam or radical Islam or political Islam within majority Muslim societies. So if we don't understand, if we don't scrutinize these activities and don't analyze them properly, we will always be chasing the symptoms.
Yeah, and this is what we see when we see that Germany, that the amount of mosques in Germany that are funded by Saudi Arabia is up by some, I don't know what the percentage is, but it's some crazy percentage, and that they're teaching these ideas. So what is the goal then? When they say what is the goal of dawah? Is it truly to turn these Western countries into Islamic nations, to have a bunch of Westernized people actually suddenly living under Sharia law?
It's to Islamize. And, the president of Turkey, Erdogan, is very explicit about it when he's speaking in Turkish. He wants to Islamize Europe. He advises immigrants, Muslim immigrants, to have more children because he thinks that's the fastest way.
Yeah.
And governments like that of Saudi Arabia and Qatar and Kuwait, they pump a lot of money into Western societies and target immigrant groups and ask them not to assimilate, because to assimilate means less Islamization, and to create these parallel societies where they live by what I call Sharia light. Mm-hmm. And Sharia light always starts with trying to cover up women and establishing Sharia councils where marriage and divorce laws and laws of custody, women are persuaded not to take advantage of or to recognize the normal secular laws that protect them.
So this is literally a set of laws that exists sort of parallel to our regular secular laws, but it replaces them, and this is what certain people are living under.
It's now become a reality, and ever larger numbers of Muslims are adopting this Sharia light and this idea that at some point Europe is going to be Islamized and the West can be turned against itself to become Islamic. Now, what we see is there are those groups who use force and violence, they use terrorism, and then there are the governments and the legitimates. They're called legitimate because they are not using violence, at least that's how they regard themselves, that are working within the system to expand the number of people who accept willingly that these Sharia light laws apply to them. So they create parallel communities or parallel societies. Now, are they going to really succeed in their goal of Islamizing Europe? I don't know. I hope not. I don't think so. But they're trying.
Yeah.
And I think there's nothing wrong in recognizing the fact that they're actually trying.